friends, welcome to Scribbles from Emily. Today, as part of our 12 days of Christmas DIYs, I have a magical DIY for you. Actually a handful. I decided to put up my own little Harry Potter Christmas tree. As you guys know, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, and so I took it upon myself to make some Harry Potter DIY ornaments. No magic required. Accio DIY. So first of all, I'm forever indebted to Karen Crabbit of Karen Crabbit DIY. She created all of these amazing PDFs that you'll see me use throughout this video. You can download and print them all off for free. So I will put a link to her channel and her Harry Potter DIY ornaments in the description down below. So I bought quite a few things at the dollar store to make these DIYs, including these little pom-poms for attaching to a purse and this little fluffy pen. I think this was originally supposed to be a bunny, but it works perfect for making a little Pygmy Puff. That's what all of these will turn into. I also bought this stocking and I'm just using it for the white fluffy material. Pygmy Puffs have little white faces, so I just cut a little circle and hot glued that on and added some googly eyes. And then I covered up where the pen was on the back, and I'm just adding a gold cord for hanging it. This little pink fluffy one is probably my favorite. To me, it looks the most like the Pygmy Puffs in the movie. There you have your very own Arnold, as Ginny called her Pygmy Puff. Arnold and a couple friends. Then I'm using a couple more little pom-pom things from the Dollar Tree to turn into owls. So this gray one will be Errol. He's a little bit disheveled looking. To create his legs, I'm just using some sparkly pipe cleaners. And then for his face, I'm using the same method, just using some white fabric from that stocking, doing two little eyes and then a little beak. And then for Hedwig, I'm using this white furry pom-pom, following the same method. And there you go, there's our Hedwig. Next, I saw these dragons and horse and knew that they would be perfect. So I'm going to paint the horse white and add a unicorn horn. Although I think the only unicorn ever mentioned in the books is in the very first one that Voldemort kills. But anyway, it's pretty magical. I'm using some air dry clay to make the horn. I just cut a toothpick in half to be about the right length and then rolled up the clay around the toothpick to the unicorn horn shape. Then I'm going to let that dry, hot glue it on, and then do a second coat of white paint. And I also hot glued a string for hanging. For these dragons, this green one works perfectly for the Welsh green dragon in the Triwizard tournament, so all I have to do is add a string for hanging. And then for the other two, I decided to add some black paint just to make them look a little less cheesy. So this is going to be our Chinese fireball. And this one is our horntail. I really like how that turned out. Now I'm using the PDF to make these books. I'm cutting some pieces of foam that will fit inside, hot gluing them together to make a stack the thickness of the book, and then then I'm trimming that up and then gonna hot glue that in place. And this green foam works perfectly for the Life and Lies of Dumbledore, since that book had bright green pages anyway. And then for the rest of the books, I will just paint the edges gold. And don't forget to glue in a string for hanging. For the Mauraders Map, the PDF already is double-sided, so that makes it pretty easy. You just cut it out, and then the hardest part is figuring out how to get it to fold. I recommend starting at the middle section and then folding outwards. That seemed to work a bit better. Then for these banners, I cut them all out, and then I used a toothpick and tied a string to each end, hot glued the banners together, and added the toothpick for a hanger. Now the spider I happened to find in the Halloween stuff, and I thought it was perfect to make a little Aragog. And then I'm also making these flying keys. You can usually find them at craft stores. And then some little feathers I trimmed up to fit, hot glued those on, and added a string, and that was that. So that's 9 of my Harry Potter ornaments. I will show you some more in the next video. That will be Harry Potter and the DIY Ornaments Part 2. My favorite of the ornaments would either be the books or the map. I really love both. How do you think the ornaments turned out? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what your favorite is so far and what you're excited to see next. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up down below and subscribe so you don't miss the rest in our 12 Days of Christmas DIY series. Thanks so much for watching.